yet. It's freezing up in here. Oh my God. Oh, what's going on? Oh, my goodness gracious. Woo. What's going on, y'all? Lauren, how you doing? Oh my God, it's freezing. It is so cold in this crib. Jason, what's going on? Vaughn, what's going on? So, we're going to talk USA. We're going to talk USA. We're going to talk. Hold on. I'm a slow texter. I'm a one thumber, y'all. So you got to pardon me on that. That's so cold. I got to get under the covers for that. We're going to talk about Louisville. On Cat West crime. Well, let me guess. They're still trying to blow up the Butch Beard thing today. Devin, what's going on? Is that what they're trying to do? They're trying to blow up the turmoil, Butch Beard, Jerry Eves turmoil. I know, Antron. That's freezing. See, women are extreme. You extreme with the cold temperature of the house, and women are extreme with the hot temperatures of the showers. Y'all in them hot showers you will literally melt my skin off. Oh, look, you hate being hot until shower time. Then y'all act like y'all can't feel like you can't feel the pain of scalding hot water. Y'all kill me. I'm just sure y'all like extreme. Y'all just like being extreme. I'm sure of that now. Here I come, y'all. A woman that will take a 20-minute shower in scalding hot water will change the entire temperature of the entire house just by opening the door. Andre, my mouse is working. I went and bought a mouse. Right. But sleeping -2. You're right. Right. Women would like, I think they just like extreme. They like being extreme. Yeah, temperature, yeah. Freezing temperatures. And look, and then and then got the nerve to try to hog the covers. Putting the house temperature on 65. Talk about you don't want to be cold. Put me in where you want to start at, CJ3K? We can talk about USA getting busted again. Look, Michelle just took one of them 2,000-degree showers. CJ, we in here criticizing women who talk about they got to keep their house on 65 degrees, then take a shower at 270 degrees Fahrenheit or Celsius, and then that heats up the whole house, and look, and then be hogging all the covers. Butch. You mean right. Don't touch me with your ice cold feet either. Listen, with these little covers I got, don't be touching me with your ice cold feet. You already hogging the covers. Anthony, what's going on? Are we talking about Butch on Bob Barbano? I know growing up for me, that thermometer was Dad's. Nobody else touched it. That's women. That's women. That's what they do. They are extreme with the temperatures. They just want to. My dad always told me women are habitual line pushers. He said every time they get in the shower, they want to see if they can go 1 degree hotter. They want to see if their house can be 1 degree colder every single time. Danny Grace, who did you? Listen, Scuba Steve. I did see Ethan and Perrin going back and forth about it. I had to stop. I had to stop arguing with Ethan. Ethan, listen to me. Ethan enjoys being unhappy about Louisville sports. He enjoys it. I come to grips with that. A lot of the conversations, a lot of these conversations, like the Butch Beard conversation. Here's what I think. Butch Beard's conversation are not all one big lump, right? By putting them into a big lump, you kind of lose you lose the intensity of it. You know what I'm saying? Butch Beard, Kenny Payne, Jerry Eves, they're all separate conversations. Purvis Ellison, but it's like they're using each other in the conversations, which is making everything real contradictory. Embarrassing loss. Andre said, "Hold on, let me catch up with these." Anthony, I don't got nothing on me right now. This is all I got. So cheers for the moment. So, let me catch up real quick. Yeah, definitely got to talk Butch Beard. You damn man. I know if my hands are feeling cold, I stay to myself. That's not true. That's not true. Women never stay to themselves when they cold, when their toes or hands are cold. This is not true. Unfollow another one. Who did you unfollow? Embarrassing loss for USA. USA lost again. Wait, hold on. Ethan is an undercover UK fan. USA lost again. Let me catch on up. Bickett, what's going on? Little late, Fabian. You didn't miss nothing just yet. What are our chances we can get Carr out of Texas tomorrow? Put it this way. They went up by about 20% today. They went up by about 20%. At least. Because it seems like they really, really want to see what Louisville has to offer. There's also a big article that came out about how what was the kid's name that was coming here and then end up going? Courtney Ramey. There was a big article about how Courtney Ramey and the whole backcourt is returning from a good team. So that national article out there, that's just another bump, you know what I'm saying, to say, okay, you need to consider Louisville a little more. Man, Beard and Eves have been getting paid by someone. No. It's the exact opposite. Listen, we're gonna find a way. I'll get to that. Albert, what's good? Is Beard mad about everything you about? Just want to use. Yeah, kind of, Danny. I don't want to oversimplify it, but it's like y'all remember I always said when you argue, okay, and Lauren's gonna laugh at this. When you're having a conversation, you're arguing with a woman or something like this, if you bring up an issue to them, You got to leave it to that issue, and they can't come back with another issue for you. You have to stick with one issue at a time, because when you lump them all in together, you give it chances to get tore down. You give your case a chance to get tore down. In the case of Butch Beard, this is what I think. Okay, when he says something like, okay, one of his points he made was that there's not been a African American head coach at the University of Louisville, but he knows what the response to that is. There's not been 2 coaching searches in 60 years. The Padgett thing was a scramble job. That wasn't a coaching search. And here was the other problem. Okay, he kind of had a problem with the David Padgett coaching thing thrown in, saying he would have been available to help coach that team, or Eves would have been available. Problem with that is the very next thing he said was how he got Eves into coaching and how Eves was bucking the system, you know what I'm saying, when he was coaching at Howard, when he was trying to challenge his authority and everything like that. So it's like, I know what you're saying, but you know, that's an example of why you say, okay, you said, you know, Eves was kind of tough to work with. You know what I'm saying? So if Eves is tough to work with, you have to say, okay, during a coaching search, you know, you said he was tough to work with. So is that what you want? You know, so I'm not saying that he's wrong about candidates and stuff like that, but when he tried to lump it all together, it all got blurry. So like I said, when he says Wes Unseld should have more recognition at the school, okay, I agree with that. Butch Beard should have more recognition at the school. I agree with that. But when the president comes to talk to you about it and you only want to talk to the athletic director, it's like, okay, is this about athletic stuff, or is it like the bigger picture for the city and the university? Because that's what they felt like it was. So I just think you kind of lost ground. Like, you were at the negotiating table and you were dug in. Plus, he's an elder, so he doesn't have he doesn't want to sit around talking and negotiating. It didn't seem like it. He was firm in his stance, and there was no answer that Neely Bendapudi could have gave him that he was going to be happy with, other than a coaching change. When you get to the Kenny Payne thing, I think some people are using the Kenny Payne angle not because they wanted Kenny Payne to get the job. They wanted to get the job and use Kenny Payne kind of as the shield, for somebody else who didn't get the job or didn't get the assistant coaching job, or So then you kind of like you jumble it up by bringing up Kenny Payne's name. Keep in mind, y'all, I wanted Kenny Payne. Like, I think he's a hell of a coach, hell of a recruiter. I wanted him. But I will say the time it did hurt my feelings is I did feel the racial tension on the text line when the suggestion of Kenny Payne came up. Like, I felt that, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't happy about that. But I never said, I wouldn't dare say Mac wasn't qualified for the job. He's top 5 candidates in the country. So, you know what I'm saying? While there was racial tension to that, if they would have just hired one, some old friend of Vince's that wasn't a big time candidate, okay, we can have this conversation. But again, everybody was trying to lump it all into one big ball of turmoil. The Purvis Ellison thing, he said it on Bob's show today. He said Purvis talked about some things that happened when he was at Louisville. You should not bring that up in this conversation, because that goes to show you was mad at Louisville for 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see how, like, when you jumble it all together, it's bad for the content. Wasn't able to catch last week. Good to be back. Good to have you back. Beard still got to ask the grind about the Padgett hiring, but the Padgett. It was a scramble job at the time. It was definitely. So family says they don't want a statue of recognition. See, I hear a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, Alicia, those are particular factions of the alumni fan base. And again, Coach Mack has no reason to get involved in that conversation whatsoever. Like, dude, like this is not a fight. This is not a turmoil. This is stuff that can be talked about, can be addressed. This is posturing. This is wait, no, it's not even posturing. Yeah, there's a lot of posturing. There's a lot of posturing. I will say that there's a lot of posturing. I keep thinking about when you said George will control these. They're not. You know what? They're only out of control if you listen to people who you are from. You see their agendas. You know, it's like, you know, the people I point them out for a reason, because I want y'all to know, if you're listening to them, you're just listening to someone who wants to see anarchy at the school. Hello, Tina. How are you doing? You still haven't coordinated an event? Call Pops. Call Dwayne. Yeah, but Alicia, yes. Alicia, to your point, if Rick Bozich probably puts that article out there and doesn't call us for comment, I think George does something about it. I will say that. George, he comes on the radio and calls somebody out. He addresses that a little more heavy-handed. Then, you know, that's why they want, you know, so that's why even the media knew he was being wrongly put out, but they didn't care, because he would check people. He would check people for unfair narratives. So hold on. Let me catch up. Jordan asks, what's going on? Maybe break. Okay, let me catch up this one. Yeah, if we gotta get him out of Texas, man. Listen, there's no doubt he's U of L through and through, but he loves to be mad at. I watch games with him, and he's insane, man. But he loves to get mad. Like, he loves to complain about Louisville. He loves doomsday conversation about Louisville. Danny, that's a fact. That is a fact. I've worked with him. I've been around him long enough to know he's a doomsday scroller. Ethan is 100% a doomsday scroller. I know. Are they still going at it? Let me see. Is it part of Griff's new job behind the scenes to have? Yes, but that's why I say posturing, because you could keep this thing conversational, negotiation. You can work on these things. They think about it. Butch just called Bob's show kind of unsolicited. You know what I'm saying? Because he wanted to, you know, talk about what he said on Jerry Eve's show the other day. So I think they want to, you know, make sure this is all public. But yes, it is, Danny. That's exactly what that job is. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that, Jordan. Like I said, you know, he's on a run. But it's what people make of it that really, you know, that's where the energy is. Are they still going at it, like up tonight on Twitter going at it? Yes. Go Cards. Let's get Cards. Listen, 20% increase in opportunity. Oh, it's going to be tough, though. Maybe Mania. No, I'm having a good time with this. Ethan said he has a headache. Man, Ethan. Listen, I swear to God, Ethan would hate Kenny Payne. And the minute Kenny Payne goes somewhere else, he would be like, We should have got Kenny Payne. And he would spend the next 3-4 years blaming somebody that we didn't get Kenny Payne. He don't want a great coach because then he wouldn't have nothing to complain about. You should have him on middays. Devin, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but here's the problem. I don't like arguing with my OGs and my elders. Because you know it's like arguing with him would be like arguing with an elder about like conspiracy theories or something like if I say something about depopulation or something, right? An elder might not, they might, oh, young punks with all your conspiracy theory, and it's just like we're so far on our opinions. Like I said, I agree with him. He needs more acknowledgement around Louisville, West Unseld Butch Beer. I agree with that part, but the other parts, it's like I live in a world where, where the way he's going about it, he doesn't have I don't know how much of the support he has, and once the president calls you and you say you don't even want to talk to the president, you want to talk to the AD, and that's it. It's like that's hard. Like you got to lawyer up for that. So it would just be a hard conversation. It would be a tough back and forth. Now, if we sat out at a club or something and talked about it, it would be, it might not be. Boss went back and watched the show the other night, man. Lauren, I'm so sorry. Did he hear the part where Rummage was like, where Rummage told everybody sorry? I honestly think they're making things worse instead of better. They're just giving people something to talk about right now. I think it's making it worse with the relationship with the school. Yes, I do agree with that. I know I shouldn't have did that. That was horrible. They're still going at it on Twitter. Bring McMains back for an update. It sounds like he has our team ready to push the pace like Loyola Marymount from back in the day. Hold on. Yes, McMains is getting him right. Wait a minute, because there's a couple of things, y'all. I'm still right here. I'm just fixing a couple things. So the Butch Beard situation. Team. What y'all think about the Sam Williamson video? I forgot who sent it to me, but somebody sent me a list, and the list had of the last 10 years, the top winning programs of the last 10 years. And y'all be getting all upset all the time, not realizing that Louisville is exactly where they should be. They're number 3. They should be number 1, but they're number 3. And hold on. They're number 3 behind Virginia and Duke of the last 10 years. But you let other people tell it. Louisville's been having a terrible last, however many years. Okay, I'm just fixing some things, y'all. Hold on. Give me a couple. I just need about, hold on. Hold on. It's here. Hold on, I'm still here, y'all. We're just having a little hang up. Small little hang up. Oh, y'all know we had to have a conversation in here. Because it might be cocktail time. Y'all enjoyed the video? Listen, the video crew did a good job putting it together. It's all over Twitter. Sam Williams video. Chris Mack was the most practical choice. Kenny Payne was one of my heroes, but Worldwide West Nike. We had Charlie Strong and Forrest. But that's why you got to take your time and have a real conversation. Carr, Guardian in Texas during the weeks. Has to be unofficial visit. Only weekends for official visits. Guardian in Texas. Okay, AU tournament. Carr comes to U of L without his guard. Okay, seems problematic. I did like the Sam video today. McMahon's is doing a great job, in my opinion. It looks like energy. Hold on. We had Coach Cooper also on football. I need to check out Sam's video. I mean, I can bring it up real quick if y'all want me to. If y'all didn't see the video, but let me just make sure. Listen, look. Of course, Cat West is trying to get into the Perrin Johnson, Ethan Moore conversation. Now that's funny. Okay, USA got busted a little bit. Hold on. So what do we not have here? Okay, here it is. Okay. I don't know if the sound's gonna get me yeah. They're playing Respect in the background, so I can't play that video. Sam and his bro is gonna get an name, image, and likeness deal for each one of them characters. That's pretty funny. Card, what's going on? USA Miss Spider. Listen, Brad. He dodged the bullet, didn't he? Good old Spider. Chester says, your opinion, Marcus, if Payne was the head coach, would that stop all the bad U of L narratives? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Bad narratives. No, listen, they're gonna start saying if he brings in a bunch of top 10 players, they're gonna start calling him a cheater. That's it. The local Cat West element is going to make jokes about him being a cheater. That's all you're going to hear about. How did he get this dude? How did you do this? How did you do that? You lose a game. See, he wasn't experienced. Oh yes, Lauren. I don't want to spike the ball, Lauren, but y'all knew I was right about that USA team, right? You have to be overwhelming. You have to overwhelm them with talent in that international game. You have to overwhelm them with talent to have your blowout team. Our school had 2 coaches and 45-year stretch per other schools have a high touch. Right. You don't, Bill, I did say that. Like, yeah, like Bickett. All right. Well, yeah, everybody some people got to get up early in the morning. But yeah, As far as the Kenny Payne thing, I don't think hiring Kenny Payne was going to like get everything pulling in one direction. I thought Kenny Payne would be an awesome guy for the job. I'm on record. Y'all remember I was saying he's the first thing. Listen, even if you just put him on your staff, get him away from Kentucky. I thought he would do a great job as the head coach. But I understood the conversation of resume versus resume. Being fair, I would have preferred Kenny Payne and the Louisville connection and what players he brings in. See, because that's what Kenny Payne, the recruiter, is so good. Is he's good enough to be a head coach? Kenny Payne played under Coach Crum. Like, he knows the game. Look, Kenny Payne knows the game, head and shoulders. Devin Booker, Anthony Davis. You know who they give credit to? All their player development, Kenny Payne. Like I said, but when it still wouldn't stop the narratives of local media, even if he was the best guy for the job. I know he was going to have national championship level talent here. I guarantee that. It's coming. Bill, they probably can do it already. As long as they don't make money playing basketball, they probably can already do it. Our Olympic team this year is a bit softer. To me, the aggression. Yeah, they definitely weren't going to be able to just kind of go out there and just play. Once as far as the USA team goes, once you started messing up the schedule, the basketball schedule, like it's hard to get people to play over the course of a season, playoffs, and summer. It's tough. Yep, throwing De'Aaron Fox. Yeah, all those players give Kenny Payne credit. All those players do. So yeah, Kenny Payne would have been great for the job. Y'all do realize like Mac was like a 1 seed though. He had Xavier with a 1 seed in the NCAA tournament when he took this job. So it's, you want a recruiter, or, like I said, his age and his recognition on the national stage, like that's a good argument. I mean, the no head coaching experience with that, like you've been an associate head coach at Kentucky for 10 years. Like, okay, what kind of head coaching experience would have qualified him? DePaul? Like, you're the associate head coach of Kentucky. You can be a head coach anywhere. So I know what you're saying, Danny. I do know what you're saying. Trust me, I know what you're saying. But I can make the full argument that if you're associate head coach at Kentucky and you bring in a top 5 roster of your recruits every year, and you're in charge of the player development for some of the best talent of the last 10 years of basketball, you got to think that the head coaching spot is not going to be that difficult. Like I said, I know what you're saying, but just that no head coaching experience, that's like, if you're Kenny Payne and Kenny Payne gets an opportunity, it's like he can coach a team of some basketball players. I do know what you're saying. Some people are inexperienced. He's not an inexperienced guy. He just does not have head coach stamped on his resume. I did. Actually, card. I listened to it. I listened to it live when it was going on. Yeah, Scuba Steve. Yeah, timing wasn't right. Right. Like again, it's like me saying I think Vince is doing a good job, But I don't think Tom Jurge should have been. I don't think he got fired legally. I mean, he didn't get fired legally, but like you don't have to say either or with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what the interview process was like. If I talk to Kenny and he says I was interested and they just, all he did is said I could be a third assistant, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I need more context. No, they were all looking at him, Lauren. He didn't want to go. Listen, he didn't want to go anywhere else. He was only going to leave. That's the point. He was only going to leave that associate head coaching position at Kentucky for a perfect job. He could have went up. They try to hire him away from Kentucky every year. He was running the Kentucky practices. So he knew he was basically the head coach of Kentucky already. After he started taking their players. No, they would get over it. They would definitely get over it. Listen, I know if I bet his name come up next time. If for some reason Coach Mack has some disappointing years and that coaching search come back around, bet you his name come up this time. So, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's still a long game. Kenny Payne will go to SEC school. They will throw the bank. NBA teams are going to throw the bank at it. I mean, yeah. Just anybody knows he's a big time coach. That's why you go from associate head coach to New York. He's going to be a top assistant. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a fact. Y'all mind if I go get some ice cubes real quick? Do y'all mind? I'm going to get a couple of ice cubes. And what else? Hold on, give me a second. I should not have done that. What, man, one day I'm gonna put a camera up in the corner of the room so y'all can see how crazy I really am. And I gotta check on my food. Remind me to tell y'all what I'm doing. Oh God. I swear, sometimes I just gotta admit that my brain ain't wired right. But yeah, Lauren, to your point, Kenny had plenty of opportunities to take head coaching jobs elsewhere, but he wasn't in a bad position at Kentucky. Let me tell you. He was not in a bad position. He was always in a position to choose his own path. Okay. I'm back. I'm setting up the notes. We need an ice camera. I agree with that part 100%. None. Okay. General, automatically. Hold on. Okay, there you go. Reach for the sky, bucko. Dickie V better hope Cockburn goes. Oh, he's already announcing it, y'all. Listen, I should have made a post about Dick Vitale and tagged him into it and said exactly what I said on the show, what Steve said on the show today. Once Dick Vitale put that out there, you knew 100% he's going to Kentucky. He did the same thing with Olivier Sarr, like clockwork. He did the same thing with Reed Travis, like clockwork. Dick Vitale said, whoever gets Reed Travis is going to get a special player. Boom, he's on his way to Kentucky. Nate Sestina, oh, the game is changing. Kentucky got a big boom. Olivier Sarr. Oh, NCAA. What's taking so long to get him cleared? And if he gets cleared, he's going to be a beast. If he gets to Kentucky, boom, Olivier Sarr going to Kentucky. Like this is an exact replica over and over again. A head coaching job at some other place is not as good as associate head coach for Kentucky. And taking a bad head coaching job it'll derail your whole career. Good night, Michelle. It'll say no, thank you, like Jeff Brom. Maybe. Yeah, he's definitely going there. And like I said, I agree. But Lauren, I did say this too. The end of the day, Kenny Payne still probably looks in the mirror and says, okay, maybe I should have took a head coaching job 2 years ago. Like I said, took the DePaul job, brought in 2 studs, and then maybe he would have got a better shot at Louisville. But that's a gamble for one job. If he only wanted like 1 or 2 jobs outside of being the associate head coach for Kentucky, it would have been a gamble to go to another school and risk not being good and then not getting that Louisville call. You know what I'm saying? So it was, and you got to think that whole Padgett thing, that was a surprise. Nobody could plan for that. The Padgett to Mac, that was a surprise. So like I said, I agree with probably 70% of what you're saying, but I just know how that gets argued away. All that talent, one banner. Oh, don't even get me started on that part, Bill. Would he be the head coach of Kentucky? Never. Listen. I think his Twitter should be audited. I think people should bring it up and start calling him out. Coaches that get tired of it, start calling him out. Yeah, go ahead and get him tagged. Every time he does something like that. Actually, now that y'all in here hyping me up, tomorrow might be the first thing I do when I wake up. Before I start the show, I might do that. Y'all know what I'm doing right now? Y'all know what I got in there? Y'all realize I got a pot roast that's been cooking since about 7 o'clock. I got a pot roast that's just been there slow cooking. What time is it now? 12. Yeah, probably since 7. Dickie V is Flavor Flav. You guys probably getting me hype, man. Yeah, right. Spliff Star, Busta Rhymes, dude. Stop it. It's midnight, and you make me. I know. I shouldn't do that. Y'all know me. I can't help myself with and I'm gonna be up all night. Like I said, I take my naps. I'll be up all night. I feel like we're missing stuff. But yeah, the macro with Butch Beard, the macro conversation with Butch Beard is, I wish he would separate the conversation of his legacy and Wes Unsel's legacy. That's one thing. Head coaching searches at Louisville, diversity, you have that conversation with Neely and moving forward, this is what you're going to, expect out of the university. This is what this is what's going to make me act up. This is, it's almost like make sure you have a list of demands, have a plan. Don't just say you're not doing a good job, fix it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, how do we fix it? What do you want? You know, what do we got to talk? Like, let's me, you, Neely, Vince, Griff. Let's get in here. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? There's that part. The Kenny Payne conversation is I can have the conversation. I think Kenny Payne's awesome. Been an awesome coach here. You know, Coach Mack has a resume. He was a 1 seed, y'all. He was a 1 seed with Xavier. His recruiting classes were awesome. You know, like he's 50 years old. He's 50. Hold on. What did I just read? Hold on. I got to send this to Steve really quick. I shouldn't be up. Hold on. Listen, part of me, y'all, wants to listen. Maybe I should head that committee. Yes, I am. Listen, Lauren, I am growing in the committee world. I would agree. I never considered myself a board member type, you know, but I think I'm going to start joining a lot more of these boards now that I'm learning how things are getting done. Number 1 seed is Xavier. I definitely should be in that room, Lauren. Spewing hate on radio is not going to help this cause with the president and Tyree. He needs to handle it more professional, meet with them both. But yeah, but Scuba Steve, when you get to that age too, like, you know how your elders are. They get to an age where they don't have much patience. They're not being diplomatic at this point. I never called out pulling up for jumper. Just said I would like to be, but what's gonna happen when someone drops the bag on me? Because here's the thing: if y'all don't back me up, they're gonna run me out of that studio too. Listen, y'all, do y'all know how mad they are when we come in there and start that show today talking about talking about number 1 draft picks? You could just feel the energy. They gonna run me out of that building. No, Scuba Steve, my only advantage is I care. Everybody knows my danger is they know I care. I'm passionate about, you know, the stuff I say. I just enjoyed the show when you and Steve are trying to turn the W. Oh man, listen. My God, if y'all know somebody who wants to get in the radio and is like we have intern opportunities. If y'all know somebody young and kind of hungry, send them here. That dude comes in there. They teach him what to do. He does it. He gets sound really quick. He's humble. Oh, that kid is awesome in that office, y'all. Perrin blocked you. What? He blocked you tonight? Yeah, Lauren, I didn't know what to put on there. I didn't know. I was going to put USA WTF. I was going to put let's go car. Yeah, I didn't know what to put. I did not know what to put up on the board. So yeah, I know it looks just dull and pathetic, but I couldn't do anything. What was I supposed to? I was trying to think this afternoon what to put up there. I couldn't come up with anything. Oh. Thank you, Keisha Fields. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're watching. Sign default should always be 9 and 16. You know what? That's a good point. I need a default. I needed a default. That would have been a great default. Let's get the former players. Statues in front of Coach Commodore. Have Vincent Griff do. I mean, here's the thing. I don't just want a token, out there. Like, listen, if he's feeling that way, we should talk. State like, let's just put it together. Give me a little dossier about it. You know what I'm saying? Put together a little something. This is what I think. Here's my examples. Address the examples. Let's move forward. BB, what's good? Shout out to BB. we came out. We came out the the Kleeman Rec Center together. BB, we are going to run into each other in Clarksville. We're going to have some drinks and we're going to laugh really, really, really hard, man. We're going to laugh together. Yep. At some point, I'm going to get back to Clarksville. You should have just put the roast up there. The pot roast, I'm going to just let that thing just go. I'm probably not even going to end up having not even a bite of it. So don't worry, y'all. I'm not going to go complete fat boy on the roast. Wes didn't want to yeah, BB, yep, we definitely will. Wes didn't want a statue of his family continuing with his wishes, but needs to pick a different player. I heard, like I said, I did hear the rumblings of their family not, maybe not making waves on that. Or like I said, I don't have all the context, but I'm just saying what it looks like to me, what it feels like to me. Like I said, I know the different people's energies. Okay. Listen, to be anybody, you have to have a little bit of ego, or you're not going to be good at anything. So, there's some ego kicking in too. Like, I want to be acknowledged. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to almost like name, image, and likeness too. Like, I want my name, image, and likeness. I want to benefit from what I've done for the school. But again, I think he's, like I said, he's past the stage of negotiating and voicing his, general opinions. So yeah, I don't even know how often. Like, I don't know how many conversations they had. I just do know I heard him on with Jerry Eves, and I heard Butch Beard on there with Jerry Eves. I heard him on with Valvano. I heard him bring up Purvis Ellison. I heard him say Purvis was talking about things that happened when Purvis was at Louisville. I've heard, I heard when I read the article when Purvis said to Rick he had history with Patino issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of these are connected. Like, did you hear the way Butch Beard was talking about Coach Eves being difficult? I mean, he was joking, but he told a story. Like, I had to, like, what he say? He said I almost had to body slam him on his little peanut head. Butch Beard said that about Jerry Eves on Valvano's show. He's too opinionated. I had to check him and say, hey, listen, man, I'm the head coach. Were you going to stick Coach Eves? If you had already said, okay, we put Padgett here just so everybody won't transfer, would you stick one of those alphas like Butch Beard or Jerry Eves as an assistant under Padgett? Like I said, I think they're good coaches. I think they're good coaches. But situationally, I don't know if I want to stick them next to Paget. They're gonna be talking. They're gonna be talking all crazy about Paget. What does young punk know about anything? Because I would. So I know they would. If you stuck me on the bench beside David Paget when he was head coach, and y'all know, like, I care about the team and I'm respectful as all get out. But just like for an example, and again, this is not me killing Paget. I would just feel everybody thinks that, especially if you played at a high level, you think you can do a better job. When I looked at Paget not playing Jordan Nwora, I'm like, dude, you got to put Sutton in the game. You got to play Jordan Nwora. You got to play Sutton. So I would sit there and I would be frustrated beyond belief. And he would say, no, we're going to play Deng Adele and we're going to play this other, whoever else he was playing, I was mad about. I'm like, Coach Paget, you got to play Dwayne Sutton. You got to play Jordan Nwora. This is my team. We're going to do it my way. Okay. But when I go home at night, I'm like, I don't feel like losing because we need to be playing these dudes. And this is just me being calm. Imagine those guys on the bench with Coach Paget. It'd be tough, man. It'd be tough. Be tough. Be tough. Do you think the International All-Star team could hang or beat the NBA All-Stars? No. Not if you made it a real event where it was a thing. Like I said, our best are better than their best, but you have to have the commitment level to this. Y'all heard the sound today? The intern went and got that sound for me so fast. But y'all heard the sound. It was June 22nd when I got on the radio and said, this USA team got a chance to get busted really bad. I told y'all that on June 22nd. I said, Donovan people know this. Because if you've been around basketball as long as I have, you knew this was the year. This was an unmotivated USA year. Listen, these NBA players do not feel like sitting around getting involved in international politics, in the politics, the COVID restrictions and variations and all that. It wasn't going to be worth it. They're going to be asked about vaccines. They're going to be asked about what's going on in China. They're going to get asked about what's going on in Cuba. They're going to be asked what's going on between Kwame Brown and Stephen A. Smith. And it's like, no, they didn't want to do that. They're going to be asked, oh, well, do you plan on standing or taking a knee, or you should be doing something? And no, you could just see all the reasons, like for most people to just say, no, this is not the year to do the Olympic thing. Anyone else with thoughts on continue the conversation? Yeah, you got to have a plan. You got to have a plan. Beer was upset. Unseld never got his respect. He and Unseld, or they never felt like that. But I meant you cooking a roast and we roasted people. I must have read that too quick. Are Ethan and parents still going at it? Go ahead and put Jordan for VJ. Right, Maestro. Like of course, I think I could do better. Everybody thinks he can do better, especially again if you played at a high level. Don't use a scapegoat another player to fight your personal battles. It's getting old. Yeah, you got to come with a fuller plan. No LeBron, no Curry, etc. They have a tough time ahead of them. Plus, they haven't really had a break since the COVID bubble. Yeah, like you got to be committed to that, man. Because them other teams, say what you want, they are committed. Luka got put out of the playoffs and played 2 days later on his team. See, Devin, I will say this. I don't know what Vince Tyree is doing. We have not heard from him. I don't know if he feels like this is out of his wheelhouse. If we're talking about university diversity relationships, yeah, like I don't know his. I know it's on his radar now, though. I don't really know his position on it, though. So that's a fair question to ask. Like, what is his full position on it? If I was the new AD, I wouldn't give a 5-year contract to a new coach. First thing, you need to calm the ship first. Yeah. I know what you're saying. Stop bringing Weston when he can't vouch for his own feelings. Did they try to boot me out, y'all? Did they try to shut me down? Did they try to just shut me down, y'all? But I think the Chris Mack long-term deal was to settle things down. I think he had to do that to make sure it calmed down. But I did agree with that. I mean, he's Butch feels like he's above needing to call anybody. Yeah, I did see I was frozen. And maybe he is. It's up to all our great players in the past. Not all are great players. 2 of them. 2 of them. And again, one of them said he had problems from day one when he left Louisville. And the other one, I mean, like I said, did it only come up when, from the Padgett thing? I mean, even the Padgett thing was 4 years ago. So I was in Austin all weekend. It's completely shocked. University of Texas is a more urban campus than U of L Stadium downtown and everything. Figured they had a big sprawling. Danny Grace, I didn't know that either. I didn't listen. That's news to me. What you're saying? About Danny Grace. Look, I wonder. And if so, that's part of the problem. I didn't do it on purpose. Listen. I might be saying the wrong thing. Somebody get wrong people get ready to get me shut down. So Sam Williamson softball game. Sam Williamson softball game. Somebody sent me. People forget that Beard played for Hickman, not Denny. Right. Like again, there's been 3 coaching searches in 60 years. It's not been a lot of coaching searches, y'all. Okay. Listen, there's not been a lot of coaching searches. And check this out. Think about this, y'all. If we get our full schedule last year during the COVID year, we're probably number 2 in the best record over the last, or the best winning percentage in the last 10 years. We took a lot fewer games because of COVID. This is the ACC, y'all. This is the ACC. The last 10 years. Does this look like anarchy? Does this look like a bunch of turmoil to y'all? It's not. It's not. I'm sorry, but it's not, y'all. I gotta delete these overlays. I shouldn't have these on. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like this is fake turmoil. Like just because it gives everybody something to talk about, it doesn't mean that it's, that everybody's like divided. This is a Butch Beard is a legend. He wants more acknowledgement. That's what it is. That's not a big separation. That's not a big systematic problem. He wants more acknowledgement. He wants, he wants more he wants more say so on the program. I get that. And it's okay to it's okay to want that. I mean, there's different tactics. It's like the Kenny Payne thing. Were you going to sit at Kentucky as an associate AD or associate head coach till you got the Louisville offer? He did. He's talking about Beard feeling like he doesn't have to reach out. Then there's that. There's some ego involved. Plenty of ego. I mean, he told a story today about how his example today was somebody, the bus driver in New York recognized him even with his mask on. And he said, nobody would know who I am in Louisville. And it's like, that's not true. But I mean, your point is you're not getting enough acknowledgement. Okay. Let's work on that. You talking about the teams? Hold on, let me go back and look. I didn't see the percentages on there though. I didn't see the percentages. 112 and 198. Okay. Yeah, like doesn't help when you don't come around. I mean, yeah, I mean you do got to be proactive. You got to be proactive. Can we kick out BC? Look, how funny is this, Scuba Steve? Can we kick out? Man, we still worried about us getting kicked out of the ACC. Your early pick for the most improved basketball player this year. Shit, I wish it was JJ Traynor. I wish it. You know what? If I could, we'll do a real quick list. My top 5 who I wish would be the most improved players. My top 5 that I would like to be the most improved players. My number 1 is JJ Traynor. He has more legs. He has more spring. He has more God-given gifts than anybody on the team. He has to cultivate them. So I would be unbelievably happy if he was the most improved player at number 1. Number 2, Sam Williamson. Sam Williamson has a whole lot of gifts. He has a whole lot of gifts. He has a whole lot of natural stuff. He's still a little stiff. Let me get that picture down real quick. Number 1 would be JJ Traynor. Number 2, if I could have my If I could have my choice of most improved players, number one would be JJ Trainer. Number two would be Sam, because he like his, he's still stiff. He's still stiff, but he has a whole lot of untapped. I swear to God, this thing comes. I think this gnat likes this show. Because he comes and he tries to touch my face right here. At the end of last year. Yeah, look, Lauren, he only showed a little piece of his talent, girl. Only a little piece. Only a smidge of his talent. So, but getting Sam to make the big jump most improved, that would be huge for the team. He's fast enough, athletic enough, wingy enough to be a big time player. But he's not aggressive enough to really, break through. So until he gets like crazy aggressive, he's going to underperform. Number 3, most improved, I would like for it to be Jae'Lyn Withers. He's my third upside. You got crazy upside, crazy upside. You can shoot. You can get a lot better with your ball handling. And you could have a lot of mismatches out there. Jae'Lyn Withers and JJ, they could cause a lot of mismatches. So JJ, Sam, Jae'Lyn, who's my next most improved? Who would I need to be most improved? Probably Malik. Malik is so smart, y'all. He can't get the ball on the block and shoot a regular jump hook off the glass, which I think is unfortunate. Malik Williams should have a jump hook by now. Just a 2-dribble jump hook. Nobody even doubles Malik Williams. Actually, I might put Malik Williams over Jae'Lyn. Malik Williams might be my third guy that I need the most. I need to improve a lot. I mean, he gets the ball on the block. He should be able to bounce it twice and have a jump hook from 6, 7, 8 feet. He should be able to turn over his right shoulder. He's a 7-footer. He should be able to shoot a jump hook off the glass. He should have a jump hook by now. So probably Malik at number 3 and Jae'Lyn at number 4. And number 5, most improved, I would like to be most improved. Let me see. Hold on. I deleted a number 5 most improved I would like to see is number 5 most improved I would like to see is Gabe. With DeAndre, I just want him to shoot better. Gabe, you gotta have a jump hook. You gotta have I can't watch Hunter Dickinson do 2 dribbles, you know what I'm saying? Spin move, pump fake, jump hook. I can't watch centers look like centers and Gabe and Malik not do that. But listen, after the dunking or lack thereof, my centers having some kind of scoring move in the post is my next biggest problem. My number 2 biggest problem is these centers should have a 2-dribble jump hook. Steven had it. I've had these players on campus long enough for them to have a jump hook, left and right shoulder. So yeah, those are my most improved that I need. I appreciate that question. I may take that into the show tomorrow a little bit. It's the plant spray with peroxide, but I know, like I know I could get rid of it. It's just one though. But it doesn't matter who the next true center is if they don't have a jump hook. They should be able to jump hook. The layups, man. Missed way too many. Yeah. That comes from not finishing strong, not being not coached, but not being motivated to finish strong. I kind of want Gabe to be the most improved, to give us another solid big man, and next JJ. That's a good point. Listen, I wouldn't argue with anybody who said I want Gabe to be the most improved. I wouldn't argue with that one bit. Way too many layups and point blank shots. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jason, we didn't regress. He's never looked comfortable around the rim, but he's been here long enough to look comfortable. He's been here long enough to where he should have a jump hook. Left and right hand. Like, even when you're injured, like, you can still, like, when you're walking around, 2 dribbles, jump hook, left and right. Steven Enoch had a jump hook. Like, the glass is always the glass, y'all. When you get your feet on the block, post position, turning around, a jump hook off the corner, the top corner of the glass, that's always going to be there. That's always going to be there. You should be able to score from that spot. And like I said, if I go into a season where nobody can hit a jump hook off the glass or a jump hook going to the middle, I'm gonna want some answers. Because, like, the basketball guy in me says, okay, something's not right if they can't get the ball on the block with their back to the basket. And like y'all seen DeAndre Davis in the post, like 2 dribbles and he jump hooks. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have a big problem with them not having a fundamental post move at 6'11" or 7 foot. It just can't happen. And yeah, the jump hook is impossible to defend, Scuba Steve. It's impossible to defend. That's why you got to have it. That's a good point, Danny. Chris Beard and Butch Beard. But like I said, I think it's more summertime. Give us something to talk about. I know you didn't, Jordan. None of us did. And think about it. People don't realize we had the most stacked team to make an NCAA run with Enoch and Malik and them, and COVID shut them down. Golly. Cardinal 241. I mean, I know players that just won't be comfortable with their back to the basket. I've seen the coach tell a kid, you're not gonna play until you can do this. And I've seen kids just buck the system. He should have a jump hook. I don't think he considers himself a big man, but Wara and Enoch got hosed. Yeah. Big time. Yeah, like that's why everybody's always trying to block our shots. He can really shoot it though. But here's the problem. Being able to hit the three-pointer is only good if you can score in the paint too. Because if you're only a three-point shooter, we can go get a shooter to be a three-point shooter. We can play Matt Cross's center if you're just going to be a shooter. Malik's three-point shooting is only important if he can score when he gets the ball on the block. That's the problem. Ticket sales are not going to be a problem. We would probably be seen as 28 without him and 16 with him. In my opinion, we got Cross and Locke now to shoot it. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't mind making other centers have to come out and guard him, but I know what you're saying. I mean, like I said, I like him being able to shoot a three-pointer, but again, a center is not like they're gonna switch. They're gonna switch and let somebody else guard Malik out on the floor if he doesn't score when he's around the basket. The big man's just going to stay near the basket and just say, switch out on the big man. So that's that deal. Hold on. Let me check, make sure we miss anything. I didn't do Satterfield tonight. We're going to talk about Satterfield tomorrow on the show. We're going to do that for sure. Not going to talk about Perrin and Ethan getting into it. Did you see Cam Johnson's dunk on Middleton? No, but I saw it was trending. I did card. I did see it was trending. So I'm going to get on Twitter and look at it. Do you think they press more this year? I don't think they press. No, Christopher Carter, I don't think they press. I don't think they press at all. Listen, I think teams are too good to like. You gotta have 8 superb athletes to press. Like you gotta have Darius Perry, Mike James, Russ. Like you gotta have 8 real deal top level athletes to press for it to be effective. They might pressure more. Half court, they might run and jump a little bit. They might trap a little bit. They might add some pressure, to it, but full court press, nah. I don't see that. Talk about the new recruiting coordinator tomorrow. Yes, I'm definitely going to talk about that. So yeah, I'm gonna do that part. Yeah, we'll probably dissect Sat's interview a little bit. I'm gonna mess with Sam. I may bring that list tomorrow. Kind of on who you would like to see most improved, ranked top 5. We might start from 5, and move backwards. But y'all get out of here. I'm